guys, good morning and welcome to the Nurburgring 24-hour event. Patrick and I have just got here. It's been a long journey. We drove through the night, got a couple of hours sleep at the hotel and spent the past 3 hours in traffic getting here, but we're here now. We've picked up our accreditation. We're heading over to Audi to get our hospitality, and then we're going to hopefully go and have a look at the grid lineup and check out some of the cars. No idea what today's going to bring, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. How's it going, buddy?
Fine, how are you?
Yeah, very good, mate. Very good.
Have you done your introduction already?
Yeah, a little introduction, but you can do it. You can do a better one.
The most amazing, spectacular, magnificent, and simply the best race in the world. 24 hours of Nurburgring, over 200 cars, over 700 drivers, plenty of spectacles. And
yes.
It doesn't matter who is like top 10 on the grid, because everything is being decided the last half an hour of the race. And
Perfect.
subscribe to Joe.
Yeah. Oh, and subscribe to Misha if you haven't already.
And to Patrick.
Everything Nurburgring.
Although I do,
He's got a few channels.
Bring the 4C to the ring.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
There's more and more of those coming.
Yes.
So
Yes.
doing that.
Was für ein Event Samstag haben wir da einen Urlaub, um hier am Nürburgring ihre Zeit zu verbringen. Das ist eine große Ehre für uns als Vermarkter.
From Greece.
Right then guys, we've arrived here at the Audi hospitality stand. Obviously we just bumped into Misha, which was great. What I didn't mention earlier on is obviously we're here with Audi, thanks to Audi UK. We came down yesterday in one of the brand new 2019 Audi TTRSs. Obviously that meant a little bit of Autobahn action, so let's cut to that footage because we managed to get the car to its claimed lifted top speed, and then we will hopefully join you again down on the grid. Yeah, so we've been struggling to find gaps in the traffic really, which is really sort of highlighting the luck that Patrick and I had when we came out with the R8 on that good Easter Sunday morning, because that was exceptionally quiet, and to get to those sort of speeds you needed it to be quiet because otherwise it's just too dangerous. We've got some nice little sort of short squirts, but to be honest this car, it feels good, it feels fast, but anything over 250 to me it just feels a little bit, I don't know, maybe I just don't have big enough kahunas, but it does seem to float around a fair amount. Obviously in the R8, as you'd expect, the R8 is just completely planted, and in fact the R8, when you get above 250 kilometers an hour, it starts to feel better and better and better, whereas this thing, anything over about 230, 240, it just it doesn't inspire me to keep my foot down, whereas if you've watched the R8 video, you see how genuinely calm I am in that car, and it just feels amazing. You know, 340 k's an hour in that car feels like 80 miles an hour in you know, in your regular car. So I think we could struggle. We have got a few more kilometers to go until we can try and VMAX this car, but we have seen 274 I think off memory, which I've worked out to be about 170 miles an hour, which is impressive, and at those speeds it was still accelerating hard. Actually this looks like a nice clear bit, so let's just drop it down. Or is it a clear bit, or is that into a left-hander? Someone's braking, and we're back into a 120 or something zone. In fact we're back into a 100 zone, which is just ridiculous. There's one more de-restricted sign down there, so we'll give it one more go if we can see a chance and opportunity. Otherwise, we'll see you guys back at the track when you rejoin me in the video. Alright, let's drop it down. So third gear. Makes a good sound now, I have to say, it does make a good sound. It's almost like because the exhaust is hot. So that's 200 k's an hour. We just got to watch out for this little white. Right, here we go. 240. 250, 260. off there, it was still climbing, and in fact, now it feels pretty good. Maybe it was just a case of like headwind. Before, maybe we had quite a strong headwind, it did feel a bit like that. But that time it felt quite planted, but we were in a nice straight line, so I just saw 282, which must be close to 180 miles an hour. And I didn't hit any kind of limiter. And as you've probably just seen, it was climbing still quite steadily. So I'm in no doubt that this could do 300 kilometers an hour, which is 186 miles an hour, with the limiters completely removed. But anyway, there we go. I can calm down now and get ready to go to bed at 6 AM. Thanks for watching this little clip, and yeah, hope you're enjoying the video. Cheers, Patrick.
Das Auto nähert sich mit Sport. Und ich glaube, wir müssen die Rennleitung und die Marschel des Sicherheitsvertreter an dieser Stelle noch einmal unterstützen. Ist es angesagt, dass wir auch nicht nur die Zuschauer mit dem Startplatz räumen, aber wir haben das auch jetzt noch.
Okay, good luck.
Right, we made it onto the grid. As Misha mentioned earlier on, there's 200 cars and varying power and ability, many different classes, which makes these events so cool, because by about lap 4 or 5, the top cars are already lapping the back markers, so it's just carnage for 24 hours. See that camera over there? Awesome. Now, unfortunately, with all these events, I can't film too much of the race. I can only put in tiny little clippets of it, but we'll hopefully share some of that with you a bit later. Nice Aston, probably going to be one of the best sounding cars. Obviously not as good as the R8 V10 in front of it. Lovely. Oh yes, this is so cool. Nice Lexus and another R8.
Interesting that this race series, if you look along the line, that Joe, you like tyres.
Yeah.
There's actually quite a few different tyre manufacturers that supply tyres.
Yes.
It's not just Michelin or just like in F1 where you have one tyre supplier.
No.
There's quite a few different ones, and
yeah,
we were speaking to a few people, like they have different characteristics. And
yes. Yeah, some tyres are better in the dry, some tyres are better in the
zero.
Yeah. We'll just check out those tyres. Nice.
That's an amazing Spec 911.
That is so cool. Okay. Yes. Beautiful. Alright, and as we can see, another R8 here, and there are plenty more down the right pointy end of the grid. Right, we're getting ushered out now anyway. I think we pushed our luck. It's about half an hour until the race starts, so we should clear. What's going on, mate? Easy now. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, good, good.
How is it?
It's good. This is the world's least exclusive grid walk.
Thanks, mate. Yeah. I feel that way, and I had to kind of break my way in as well. So yeah, cheers, buddy.
It's fun, though, isn't it? It's good. It's awesome.
It's amazing. The weather's great. Yeah, it's been awesome, mate. We literally. Hey, how are you?
Sabine Schmitz.
Yes, what a legend. That was Sabine Schmitz, who's one of the biggest legends of the Nurburgring. 24 hours. In fact, I didn't even realise it was her until she walked away. I was like, my God, that looked a bit like Sabine. You obviously know Sabine well. Jeez.
Yeah, we've just been catching up over there. She's got her Fricatelli flying meatball Porsche 911 over there.
Oh.
Been in third.
Okay.
In their class, so yeah, doing well.
Awesome. Right, I'm going to turn the camera off so I can have a proper catch up with him. You can even watch the action while you're having a piss. How good is that? Okay, so we're on about lap 3 now, and we're already seeing the fast lead cars catching the back end of Group 3. If not, probably mid-pack of Group 3 already. The closing speed between them is just ridiculous. We're talking 100 mile an hour difference down the straights. Okay guys, we watched about an hour of the race, and we're actually leaving the actual GP circuit to go and make a video on the RS5 Sportback, so make sure you check that out. It will hopefully be on my channel very soon. Currently Audi have one R8 just inside the top 10, but there's about 30 seconds separating them all, so obviously 30 seconds over a 24-hour period is not too much of an issue at the moment. hopefully we'll see some more R8s jump into the top 10 in the next few hours. We'll join you back at the race shortly. We're going to actually have dinner back at the hospitality at 8 o'clock, and then we'll get some lovely night footage, which is cool. You see all the brake disc glowing, etc, etc. Cool, I'll show you a quick glimpse of the RS5 Sportback. And here is the absolutely stunning RS5 Sportback. So just like the RS5 Coupe, but an extra, well, 3 doors on the back if you include the hatchback. I think it just works so well. It looks absolutely stunning. This is Sonoma Green. For long-term followers, you remember that absolutely beautiful RS4 that I had. I think it was at the end of last year in Sonoma Green. Fell in love with that color. Just looks so good. It contrasts so well with the black. Patrick is just setting up one GoPro. This is our tracking car, obviously, to get me peeling out of here and lead into some of the video footage for this review. As I say, check this out, it'll be on my channel very soon. We're gonna get on the road and start filming as a helicopter comes over. And off we go. Wow. Oh. I mean, there's no doubting that this is a sub 4 second to 60 mile an hour car. It is really fast, and it sounds pretty good from where I'm sitting. I really hope that mic's picking it up, and you can hear that lovely overrun. Oh, especially now there's a bit of heat in the exhaust. Oh, it's really, really impressive. Really impressive bit of kit this is. Right then guys, fast forward about 3 hours. We're back at the track. The race has been going just under 5 hours now. No idea what positions everyone's in. I'll update you on that later. Patrick and I have just filmed the RS5 Sportback, which was really cool. Well. We're about to get run over by Lexus. We're going to head and have dinner now with all the big Audi Sport bosses, etc. And yeah, then the light will fade and we'll be able to bring you some footage from the night, which is always so magical.
Yes, thank you too, but I have to be very reasonable because also I'm a responsible husband and I have a house and responsibilities. But look, you know, you are here really achieving.
Right guys, you join us after dinner. I'll tuck you into a beer or two. Because Patrick behind the camera is lucky enough to drive as well. I think we're taking RS3 back to the hotel tonight. There are 2 R8s running in the top 10 at the moment, still early stages, it's very close. I believe a Porsche has just taken the lead from a AMG, but it's been really amazing. The sun is about to set. There's been quite a few accidents actually. We've had a really good chat with one of the boss of Audi Sport customers, and he was telling us that this sort of twilight's really dangerous because when the sun's really low, obviously it blinds the drivers, so a lot of accidents happen. And in fact, whilst we were eating dinner, we must have seen maybe 4 or 5 cars getting completely taken out of the race, not just accidents. I wish everyone, or obviously especially the Audi drivers, good luck out there tonight. I hope everyone stays safe. It is about 11 PM and we're down near Devil's Diner. This is the tourist Fountain car park. This is the main straight. There was a big accident there not so long ago, so there was cars coming through here really slow, but now they're coming through flat out and it is such a spectacle. Each time the car comes past you can actually feel the wind of it, and it's amazing. All the different classes, all the different speeds, the different engine notes, it's just awesome. Really, really amazing. I think we're going to head off to the carousel next, hopefully get some really cool shots down there. Right, so we've come down, it's midnight, we're down here at Brunchen, which is basically famous for the YouTube corner, which is around the corner. I'm actually standing on a very dusty, dry and hot bank, which is where I had my M2 here in February and it was snow, and I parked the M2 on my winter tyres exactly where I'm standing now. I'll insert that over the screen, because the contrast between that empty car park that was full of snow with no one around, obviously the ring or the road was covered in snow so there's no one out there, to now there's thousands of people here. There's amazing setups like my man up here who's actually got a TV screen. There's fireworks going off. We've walked past a hot tub. It's mega, it's amazing. So we've walked about 200 meters up and it's just amazing. I mean, just on this one corner alone, the different lines and speeds and everything, it's just awesome. Love it. It's such an atmosphere here as well. Like, it's past midnight and everyone's just raving, apart from us, obviously. Whoa! Carnage! Okay guys, we walked for about 45 minutes through the most amazing scenes. I mean, the camps, the setups that these guys have got are just amazing. Like, honestly, we got live bands playing all the way up, DJs, you name it. You don't know where to look. You got you got the circuit on one side with cars screaming past and just madness going on. Of course, Patrick and I are very sober, and everyone else around us seems to be very drunk. But it's been an amazing spectacle. The smells, everyone's happy. There's a real nice atmosphere here. We've both picked up quite a lot watching the cars and the differences between the cars, because you've got some 20-year-old modified, not very modified road cars, if you like, that aren't particularly fast, and then you've got full GT3 spec factory cars racing around. So the difference in speed is massive. And we sat down there a minute ago and watched the cars going into a corner, and both Patrick and I realised that the road cars that have got slicks or whatever are braking a lot earlier at slower speeds, trail braking a tiny bit into the corner and then off the brakes, whereas the cars with aero are coming in, braking miles later as you'd expect, but they're carrying the brakes all the way in through the corner. And then literally as they get towards the apex, they're back on the power. So two totally different driving styles for two totally different cars. And I wouldn't have noticed that unless we came out at night. It's something that you can really see. It's amazing. Here come one of the fastest. I mean, just so fast. It's just unbelievable. And they tend to come through in packs as well. 1 minute there's a lonesome, then there's nothing for 30 seconds, and then you get like 10 cars coming through all together, 3 abreast. It's just madness. I could sit out here all night, but we've had about 2 hours sleep in the past 48 hours, so we need to go back to the hotel. It's just gone 1 AM, get some sleep and come back for breakfast in the morning. Hope you've enjoyed it so far, and I hope you've enjoyed today. Next time you're join both of us will be tomorrow morning at the track. Cheers. Guys, we are back at the N24 this morning, another beautiful day. We're currently in one of the pit garages of the Audi customer support. I'm pleased to announce that I think Audi have got 3 R8 LMS cars in the top 10 at the moment, which is really good. One looks like it's going to podium in 3rd place. I think there's about 3 hours left of the race, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. It's really cool being here, being amongst all the mechanics and stuff that most have had no sleep probably all night. We've just seen a driver come in, got congratulated, so obviously he's just had a good stint. But it's really amazing, really, really cool. We're going to head off, have some lunch. Not sure if we're going to hang around for the actual finish of the race, because that would probably mean that we're going to miss our return Eurostar. So we'll see what happens there, but I'll keep you posted. In the meantime, enjoy some of the footage we're going to show you. So we've just watched, obviously, it's ridiculous. So the bonnet catch or something's come off on this M4. The driver couldn't see, but rather than stopping or trying to nurse it back into the pits, he's actually driven straight into the pit wall itself. You can only laugh, it must be upsetting because he might have to retire, but that is, oh, that's an embarrassing moment as a racing car driver. Another angle, here we go. No idea where he's going, thinks he's coming into the pits, and he literally drives into the pits. Wow. Unlucky, mate. Thankfully no one saw it. Oh, wait a second. Everyone saw it. Even his mechanics are laughing. Controlandshift.com. Do you like my pig socks? They're not quite on brand, but Porsche and Audi are sort of similar group. There's about 90 minutes to go of the race, and one of the Audi cars is in the lead at the moment, which we kind of missed because an hour ago they were in 4th place. Yeah. And now they're in the lead, and we've seen a few replays of some crazy overtakes. I'm guessing one of the lead cars had to retire or had a long pit stop. But anyway, it looks like they're on for the win because they've got about a 4-minute lead. They've just had a recent pit stop, so let's fingers crossed that they will. We're going to actually have to hit the road because we need to get on a train by about 9-10 o'clock tonight, which means we literally have to leave now. So we're going to miss the last hour of the race, but it's just been awesome. Massive thanks to Audi Sport and stuff. I'm not going to wrap it here. I'm going to wrap it in the car in about an hour's time when we know the final result, just to give you guys a sort of final wrap up of this video. But what a weekend. I can't recommend it high enough. Yes, we've had the hospitality pass, which has been awesome, but just coming down here for the weekend, you know, I'm sure a general admission pass for the weekend is going to be pretty cheap. Whether you're camping or staying in a hotel or whatever, it's definitely worth coming to, and a massive spectacle. And if you are looking at coming to the Nurburgring when the N24 is not on, just to take your own car out there, I'll put a link to Apex below, which my good friend Misha and Robert run. It's a very good hotel that have hire cars that you can take around the track, etc. So those guys are really good. Instruction laps, whatever you want, ring taxis, you name it. Right, we're gonna go now. One more Red Bull for the journey. I'm not sponsored by Red Bull, by the way. I wish I was. Yeah, speak soon. Thanks a lot to Patrick behind the camera. We'll talk to you in the car.
Come up to the line now, John.
I don't care whether the reports of a puncture for Manti are true or not. That was still pretty classy that they didn't push at the end, but through and across the line to win the 2019 47th running of the idiocy 24 hours at the Nurburgring. The names that will go on the trophy are that of Kaffer, Stibler, Vervish and Van Toor. Dries Van Toor joins his older brother as a winner and brings home the number 4 Audi. What a run. It's not in bad nick, just a tiny little bit of the rear guard behind.
So, as you've just heard, we've been listening to about the last half an hour on the radio, and number 4 car, Audi Sport R8 LMS, has won the race just in front of the Manti Sport Racing 911R. There was only about 40 seconds in it, but the 911 decided not to do the final lap because of a reported puncture or something. But regardless, they probably thought as well, we're not going to make up 40 seconds on the last lap. So Audi Sport have done it. They've won 3 out of the last 5 N24s, and it's an awesome result. And in fact, what makes it even more awesome is it was the very team and pit garage that Patrick and I were in only a couple of hours ago, and the driver that I was capturing, who'd just come out of a stint and was quite sweaty and people were congratulating, he's just put it across the line, so he must have jumped back in. What was his name, Patrick?
Dries Van Toor.
Dries Van Toor, yeah. So yeah, amazing. I mean, he looked like a really young guy. Just so good to be part of a winning team. Congratulations to Audi Sport, and yeah, it kind of wraps up our weekend really well. We've actually ironically just driven past Spa, and now we're about, I don't know, 3 hours from the Euro Tunnel. So looking forward to getting on the train and back to the UK, where the summer seems to have arrived just like it has in Germany. So thanks a lot for watching this vlog, guys. Really enjoyed it. It was an awesome weekend. Not much sleep, but worth every second of it. Massive thanks to Becoming Patrick behind the camera. As always, great having him along, and yeah, massive thanks to Audi UK, Audi Sport. Yeah, it was brilliant. I can't recommend it high enough. Just about to get onto a nice big motorway in the RS3 saloon that we're taking back. Before I go, make sure you check out my RS5 Sportback first drive video that will be coming very soon. Cheers, guys.
Cars passing on the grass, lots of very close racing, and from the very first lap this race